this is going to be the thing that makes our country really prosperous again. And this is going to be what pays down to $36 trillion.
John Deere, the $124 billion farming giant, just found itself in Donald Trump's crosshairs, and the fallout could shake American agriculture to its core. In a shocking move, Trump has threatened a massive 200% tariff, all because the company plans to shift production to Mexico. Farmers are panicking, factory workers are furious, and experts are warning of a potential trade war that could make everything worse. Will this bold move save American jobs, or cripple the very industry Trump says he's trying to protect? Okay, let's start with the basics. John Deere, the company with the iconic green and yellow tractors that you see in the fields across America, has been around for almost 2 centuries. It's a brand that's synonymous with American farming, a household name in the agricultural world. Farmers trust John Deere. Their machines are a symbol of American ingenuity, built to withstand the toughest conditions. If you drive through rural America, chances are you'll see the fields filled with John Deere equipment, proof of just how important this company is to the country's agricultural backbone. John Deere, like many companies, is struggling with rising US costs, higher wages, expensive raw materials, and strict regulations. To stay competitive, they decided to move production of some skid steers and compact loaders to Mexico, where operating costs are lower.
I just noticed behind me John Deere tractors. I know a lot about John Deere. I love the company, but as you know, they've announced a few days ago that they're going to move a lot of their manufacturing business to Mexico. I'm just notifying John Deere right now.
That didn't sit well with Donald Trump, not one bit. During a fiery campaign rally in Pennsylvania, he stood on stage and let the world know exactly what he thought about John Deere's decision. In classic Trump fashion, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He called it a betrayal, a slap in the face to American workers who had spent their lives building John Deere machines. He made it clear that if John Deere dared to move jobs to Mexico, there would be some serious consequences. If there's one thing Trump has been consistent about, it's his America First policy.
Notifying John Deere right now, if you do that, we're putting a 200% tariff on everything that you want to sell into the United States, so that if I win, John Deere is going to be paying a 200%.
He's always been a strong believer in protecting American jobs and industries from what he sees as unfair competition. Remember his trade war with China back in 2018? That was another example of him trying to force companies to keep production in the US instead of outsourcing it to other countries. And now, with John Deere trying to move jobs to Mexico, Trump sees history repeating itself, and he's not having it.
If they charge us, we charge them. The words of US President Donald Trump, who said a team led by his nominee for Commerce Secretary will calculate reciprocal tariffs on countries worldwide. This means charging countries the same import taxes as they charge the US.
His argument is simple. If a company wants to benefit from the American market, then it needs to keep American jobs in America. He believes that companies should not be rewarded for taking jobs away from the US workers. If John Deere wants to sell tractors and farming equipment to American farmers, then it should be making those products on American soil, using American workers, plain and simple. And honestly, a lot of people agree with him. Take Dubuque, Iowa, for example, a place where John Deere has one of its biggest manufacturing plants. For decades, thousands of families have relied on that factory for good-paying jobs. It's not just about the people working on the assembly lines either. The entire town's economy is built around that factory. Local diners, small businesses, grocery stores, gas stations, you name it. They all survive because of the money that John Deere workers spend in their community. If those jobs disappear, the entire town could suffer. Now, on the other side of this argument, we have John Deere itself. The company isn't just doing this because it wants to abandon American workers. In their eyes, they don't have a choice. Running a factory in the US is expensive, with high wages, costly raw materials, rising energy prices, and strict regulations. Meanwhile, competitors in China and India produce similar equipment for far less. To stay competitive, John Deere decided to shift some production to Mexico while keeping its main operations in the US, aiming to cut costs, keep prices affordable, and maintain its market presence.
If they charge us, we charge them. The words of US President Donald Trump, who said a team led by his nominee for Commerce Secretary will calculate reciprocal tariffs on countries worldwide. This means charging countries the same import taxes as they charge the US.
But here's the thing. John Deere isn't just thinking about today, they're thinking about the future. They're looking at global trends, supply chain issues, and new markets that they want to expand into. From their perspective, moving production is just a smart business move. It's not about being disloyal to American workers, it's about staying competitive in a world where costs are rising fast. But Trump, he's not buying it. As far as he's concerned, making more money is not a good enough excuse to send American jobs overseas. In his mind, companies like John Deere should put patriotism over profit, and that's where the real conflict lies. So let's say Trump follows through with this 200% tariff on John Deere's products. What happens next? Well, for starters, John Deere's tractors, loaders, and farming equipment are about to get a whole lot more expensive, and not just by a little. We're talking about prices skyrocketing to levels that could make it nearly impossible for farmers to afford new equipment.
In order to position our U.S. factories to undertake these highly value additive activities, it is sometimes necessary to move less complex operations such as cab assembly to other locations. This includes moving the production of some models of our skid steer loaders and compact loaders to our factory in Mexico, a facility that has been an important part of our global operation for nearly 70 years.
Think about it. A brand new John Deere tractor already costs anywhere between $100,000 and $500,000. Now, imagine tripling that price because of a 200% tariff. That's insanity. A $300,000 tractor could suddenly cost $900,000. And guess who's going to end up paying for that increase? Not John Deere, not Trump, the American farmer. Farmers are already struggling with razor-thin margins, unpredictable weather, and rising costs. If equipment prices soar, they either keep using outdated machinery, leading to breakdowns, inefficiencies, and lower productivity, or face financial strain, which hurts farming, food production, and the economy. The second option? Buy from foreign competitors. Yep. Instead of buying American, farmers might be forced to look at brands from China, India, or Europe because those companies won't be hit with the same insane tariffs. Ironically, that could hurt John Deere even more. Instead of keeping production in the US, they might lose even more business to global competitors. Now, if Trump slaps a 200% tariff on John Deere, Mexico and other US trading partners could hit back with their tariffs on American goods. And that's where things get even more complicated.
This lack of understanding of business is insane. Put a 200% tariff on an American company moving some production to Mexico, but tariff Chinese manufacturers 10 or 20% so that the Chinese products will be cheaper to sell in the US than the American company. Good way to destroy a legendary American company and increase costs to American buyers.
When Trump hit China with tariffs, China retaliated with heavy tariffs on US crops like soybeans and corn, costing American farmers billions and forcing government bailouts. If Trump imposes tariffs on John Deere, Mexico could do the exact same thing, targeting US agriculture, especially corn and soybeans, which Mexico heavily imports, creating yet another crisis for American farmers. And it wouldn't be just Mexico. Other countries could jump into the trade war, making it even harder for American farmers to sell their products internationally. Countries like Canada, Brazil, and even China might start looking elsewhere for their agricultural imports. And who suffers the most in this mess? Once again, American farmers. They'd be stuck between higher equipment costs and lower crop prices, squeezed from both sides. And if farms start shutting down, that's not just bad news for agriculture, that's bad news for entire rural economies that depend on farming. This is where things get tricky. On one hand, Trump has a point. John Deere is an American company that has thrived because of American workers, factories, and consumers. Moving jobs to Mexico does feel like a betrayal, and Trump's America First policies aim to keep jobs at home. His pushback is about protecting American manufacturing. But tariffs don't magically fix everything. A 200% tariff might punish John Deere, but it would also hurt American farmers, businesses, and consumers. Equipment prices would skyrocket, and if John Deere loses business because of this, more US jobs could disappear instead of being saved. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.